Welcome back, everyone. So last week we talked about how just because it's the woman's body doesn't mean that they can do with it whatever they want. It seems as a society we've already decided that there are certain things you can and can't do to a body, and one of the things you can't do is harm your body um, or prevent it from operating the way it's supposed to be on purpose. And so this week, what I'm going to do is study the claim as to whether or not it actually is the woman's body. The short and easy answer is no, it's not. Yes, it's still attached to the umbilical cord, but that doesn't make it the woman's body. The fetus has its own unique set of DNA, and if we're claiming that the fetus, or what makes a person human is, or a human separate from another human, is DNA, then it's a completely separate human. It has its own blood type. As soon as the sperm impregnates the cell, it has its own unique set of DNA. It is completely separate from the egg that has been fertilized and completely different from the sperm that fertilized the egg. It has its own unique set of DNA. In fact, it can even be a different gender. So if it can be a different gender, how can it be the same body? Finally, or another point of concern, it has its own blood type. Just everything about that fetus is completely, or can be completely different from the mother. If it's the same, if it might have the same blood type, but like I said, the DNA is still completely different, and in most cases, everything about the child, which has been designed or programmed by the cells at the very beginning, as soon as that sperm fertilized the egg, is completely different from the mother, or it's set up to be its own thing. Now, again, what about the umbilical cord? It's being physically attached to the mother. It is dependent on the mother. It's not it's a part of the mother's body. So what about Siamese twins? No, I'm sorry, not Siamese twin. Conjoined twins. Twins who are attached, and some way or the other, are they one or two people? It seems to me that they are two people. And just because one is attached to another doesn't mean that it's the same one person. And the conjoined twins have a better claim of being one person than the mother and the fetus, because at least they have the exact same DNA, but the mother and the fetus don't. So it seems to me, once again, that the argument, it's my body, I can do with it what I want, fails. Simply because of the fact that it's a different set of DNA, and just because it's attached to the mother at this point doesn't mean it's not a separate thing from the mother. That's just my thoughts on it, and it really is a weekend. The argument, it's my body, I can do with it what I want, kind of falls apart, both scientifically from the perspective of it's my body, and sociologically speaking from I can do with it what I want. This argument just falls apart completely and utterly. I kind of hate to, well, I kind of hate to break it to you, but that's the situation. That's just the facts of science and society. It not only is it not the mother's body, it is, even if it was, the mother can't do whatever she wants with her own body. Next week I'll be, and I admit, it wasn't that good of an argument, but it is the most popular and the most common argument, and I wanted to address that. The next week I'll be addressing the argument, well, it's not fully developed, so it's not a human being, so we're not taking away human life. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next week.